knows I'm not ready yet. Steam rising into the quiet, soft as a breath I haven't taken. Bare feet on cold tile mornings, hair falling loose down my back. No makeup, no version prepared, just me and the light coming in. I pour it slow like a ritual, watch the swirl settle down. Milk folding into espresso like calm dissolving the loud. Before the noise, before the day, before I'm pulled 1,000 ways. Coffee, before the world finds me, before it asks who I should be, before the pace, before the need, just warmth and space and breathing. I don't rush this sacred hour, I don't trade it for power. This quiet cup is everything, it's where I begin. Window cracked just a little, ocean air sneaks its way in. Salt and warmth in the same breath, like two lives meeting within. I sit with nothing to answer, no messages, no demands. Just holding on to a moment that fits inside both my hands. I used to drink just to wake up, now I drink just to feel. The pause between being someone and becoming something real. Before the world can rearrange the way I move, the way I change. Coffee, before the world finds me, before it asks who I should be, before the pace, before the need, just warmth and space and breathing. Maybe this is where I return. Every morning, every burn, every version I let go finds me here, soft and slow. Coffee, before the world finds me. This is enough, this is me. Phone flipped over on the table, screen face down, no sound. Notifications building up, but I'm not turning around. I used to feel the pressure to answer right away. Now I let the silence stretch and keep the world at bay. Sunlight moving slowly across the edge of the floor. Time feels softer when I'm not keeping score anymore. It's not personal, I just need space to not disturb. Not right now, I'm finally breathing without the crowd. No expectations, no reply, just me existing without the why. I read the same page twice again, but I don't really mind. I'm not trying to get somewhere, I'm just passing time. Coffee's gone cold beside me, but I forgot to care. This kind of quiet living is something rare. They might think I'm disappearing, but I'm right here instead, learning how to listen the thoughts inside my head. I don't owe the world every part of me. Do not disturb, not today. I'm keeping something for myself this way. No rushing answers, no forced tone. I'm allowed to be left alone. Maybe I don't need to be reachable every second of the day. Maybe peace is choosing what I give away. Maybe I don't miss anything by stepping out of line. Maybe everything I need is already mine. Do not disturb, this is me, not unavailable, just finally free. The world can wait, it always does. I'll come back later when I've had enough. Am I a dumb romanticist for thinking this is something just because the light hit your face like it meant something? You were just passing through, I turned it into a scene, gave it music, gave it meaning, like it belonged to me. I do this all the time, with moments that don't last, turn seconds into stories, then I hold on to the past. Maybe I read too much into things, maybe I let myself feel. Am I a dumb romanticist for seeing more than what it is, for turning silence into something soft enough to live in? If this is wrong, I don't mind it. If it's too much, I'll take it. I'd rather feel a little foolish than never feel anything sacred. I'll sit inside a coffee shop and build a whole life in my head about the girl across from me and the book she hasn't read, or the way someone looked at me for half a second too long, and suddenly I'm wondering if it could have been something. I know it sounds dramatic, I know it's not that deep, but everything feels deeper when it actually reaches me. They say I overthink it, I say I notice things. Am I a dumb romanticist for seeing more than what it is, for turning passing moments into places I can live? If this is wrong, I don't mind it. If it's too much, I'll take it. I'd rather feel a little foolish than never feel anything sacred. Maybe I don't need to shrink it, maybe I don't need to stop. Maybe the world feels colder when you don't let it feel like a lie. Maybe seeing beauty everywhere isn't something to fix. Maybe it's just the way I am, and I don't need to switch. Call me a dumb romanticist, I'll still see it like this. Small things turning into something I don't wanna miss. If I She disappears without leaving, just turns another page. Somewhere between the lines, she builds her quiet place. Coffee cooling beside her, sunlight on her knees. She doesn't need an audience, she doesn't need to be seen. She lives 1,000 lifetimes without moving from her chair, finding pieces of herself in stories everywhere. They think she's lost in fiction, but she's never been more found. She's the girl who reads, who feels everything in silence, in between. She doesn't speak it out loud, she doesn't need the sound. She carries whole worlds without making a sound. She underlines the moments that feel a little too real, like someone else has written exactly what she feels. She closes books like memories, not endings, just a pause. Every story stays with her long after it's gone. She doesn't chase attention, she doesn't need the noise. She finds her truth in pages, in quiet, softer voice. And maybe that's her power, to feel without display. She's the girl who reads, who feels everything in silence, in between. Not everything has to be spoken, not everything has to be shown. Some lives are lived more deeply when they're lived alone. She's the girl who reads, and that's enough to be. You wake before the morning, paw soft against the floor. Circle once beside me, then settle in a little more. Your nose pressed to my shoulder, warm breath against my skin, like you're checking if I'm still here before the day begins. Golden fur in early light, like the sun found where to stay. You don't need to understand me, you just don't walk away. For a quiet pause beside me, that's all I ever need. Grayson, Grayson, stay right here, don't go. Lay your head against my heart like you already know. Grayson, Grayson, soft eyes on me. You don't say a single word, but you feel everything. You wait for me by the doorway, like I'm worth coming home to. Tail brushing against the walls like it has nothing else to do. I talk to you like you get it. Every thought I don't say, and the way you look back at me feels like you understand anyway. Sand still caught in your fur from where the ocean met your feet. You carry pieces of my peace in everything you keep. You don't need language to be everything to me. Grayson, Grayson, stay right here, don't go. Every quiet part of me is something you already know. Grayson, Grayson, golden in the light. You make the world feel softer just by being in my sight. If love could be this simple, I'd never asked for more. Just a dog who stays beside me on a quiet open floor. No questions, no conditions, no distance in between. Just a heart that keeps choosing me in ways I've never seen. Grayson, Grayson, beginning and the end. First thing in the morning, last breath before I rest. Grayson, Grayson, don't you ever change. You're the calm I come back to when everything feels strange. For a soft pause beside me, steady, warm and true. I don't need the world some days, I just need you. Hair in a bun, that's how it starts. Not dressed up, no separate parts. Just twist it up, let it stay. And suddenly I'm off the day. No mirror check, no second try. Just hands that know how to simplify. A quiet shift, a softer pace. Like I've stepped out of every place. No plans, no pressure, nothing to prove. Let's get down to business of doing nothing at all. Laundry in the background, sunlight on the wall. Coffee going cold again, I don't even mind. Hair in a bun, and I'm finally off time. Grayson pacing by the door, tail tapping against the floor. He knows this version of me well, the one that doesn't rush herself. We walk without a place to be, just sand and air and him and me. Waves folding in and out like they've got nothing to think about. No destination, just where we are. Let's get down to business of doing nothing at all. Cooking something simple, bare feet in the hall. Music low, windows open, ocean somewhere close. Hair in a bun, and I like myself the most. I used to think I needed more to feel like I was living. Now I know this quiet kind is the best thing I've been given. No big plans, no loud nights, no need to be seen. Just a life that fits me. In between, let's get down to business of doing nothing at all. Just me, him, and the day, taking it slow. Hair in a bun and nowhere to go. That's when it begins every time. I stand by the kitchen counter like it's somewhere I belong, holding on to the same drink for a little too long. Laughing half a second late, like I missed the start. Nodding like I'm listening while I drift somewhere apart. Someone asks me where I'm from. I say it's soft, then smile. They keep talking, I keep fading, inch by inch, mile by mile. It's not that I don't like it, I just don't stay alone. I leave parties early before the night gets loud, before I feel invisible standing in a crowd. I slip out without a goodbye, no dramatic scene, just me and the quiet outside, finally feeling like me. Music starts to blur together, voices overlap. Too many conversations I don't know how to have. I check the time like it's an answer, like it's telling me to go, like I've already stayed longer than I needed to. I know someone says it's just getting good, but I don't need that part. I already felt enough of it in the first half of my heart. I don't wait for the ending, I leave when I feel done. I leave parties early before I disappear, before I start performing just to seem like I'm here. I don't need to stay longer just to prove I tried. I choose the air outside every single time, and the walk back feels like freedom. Cool air on my skin, like I finally get to hear myself underneath the dim street lights, quiet footsteps, no one asking me to stay. This is where I come back to myself this way. I leave parties early and I don't feel bad. I gave what I could give, and that's all I had. Some nights are meant to last, some rooms are meant for me, and leaving isn't losing, it's choosing to be free. I don't walk into the water, I drift like I've been here before. Salt on my lips like a memory I don't question anymore. Hair sticking to my shoulders, sunlight breaking through. I swear the ocean recognizes me in ways people never do. I stay out longer than I planned to, floating just past the shore, like something underneath feels too real to fake. I think I'm a mermaid sometimes. The way I move out here, like I forget I'm human the second I disappear. I spin where the light hits water, like something's watching me. Not scared, just curious, like I'm exactly where I should be. Tiny fish brushing past my legs, like they're not afraid. I slow down just to follow them, like we're playing the same game. I hold my breath and dip below, just long enough to see a softer, quieter version of everything around me. I don't think, I don't rush, I don't check the time. I just exist inside the water, like it's always been mine. No past, no future, just this. I think I'm a mermaid sometimes. The way I lose my name, the way the ocean holds me, like I'm part of something the same. Maybe I just like pretending, or maybe I don't. Maybe there's a version of me that never really left this salt. I think I'm a mermaid sometimes, and I don't try to explain it. Some feelings don't need logic, they just feel right when you're in it. I stay until the sun dips low, like I don't wanna come back yet. I was gonna go out tonight, I even picked something to wear. Left it hanging on the closet door, like I might actually care. Did my makeup halfway through, then wiped it all away. Sat down just for a second, and accidentally stayed. I was gonna go out, I swear I almost did. But my bed looked better, and so did everything I am in it. No loud music, no small talk, no pretending I'm fine. Just me in the quiet, and honestly, that's mine. Someone text, where are you? I say, on my way. Then turn my phone on silent and let the moment fade. I don't hate the idea, just the energy it takes to be on for hours and smile through the ache. Maybe one day I'll mean it when I say I'll show up. But tonight I'm choosing stillness, and that feels like enough. If my dog could talk, he'd tell me to stop rewriting the same 5 moments, like they're ever gonna change. He'd say, you're doing it again, with that look he always gives, like he already understands how unnecessarily I live. He'd nudge my hand mid-spiral, like, hey, come back to now. You're thinking 10 steps ahead again, and you don't need to know how. He wouldn't say it perfectly, he wouldn't need to try. If my dog could talk, he'd keep it simple for me. You're okay right now, you don't need to be anything. No fixing, no pressure, no future to chase. Just you're already enough in this exact place. If my dog could talk, he'd laugh at how I stress over text I haven't sent, or things I didn't say best. He'd say they're not thinking about it, then drop a ball at my feet like none of that matters. If you're not here with me, he doesn't understand what if or what could go wrong. He just understands sunlight and where he belongs. He doesn't need meaning to feel something's real. If my dog could talk, he'd keep it simple for me. You're okay right now, you don't need to be anything. And maybe that's the difference between him and me. He lives inside the moment, I live in what could be. If my dog could talk, I think I'd finally hear it, the way he's always been saying, without needing to say it. And maybe he already does. Hurry, play conversations like there's scenes I need to fix. Did I sound a little awkward? Did I say too much of this? They probably forgot it, but it lives inside my head like a tiny loop of moments I revisit in my bed. I'm overthinking in a cute way, at least that's what I'll say. Turning nothing into something at the end of every day. It's not that deep, I know that, but it still feels kinda loud. So I sit with all my thoughts and let them gather like a crowd. I write messages, then delete them, rewrite them just in case. Add a word, remove a feeling, try to soften what I say. It's not fear of being seen, it's fear of being wrong. Like I have to get it perfect just to simply belong. But maybe all this thinking is just how I feel things through. Maybe I don't need to change it, maybe this is just me too. I walk where the tide just left me, wet sand under my feet, cool air brushing my shoulders, salt settling into me. I don't look for anything, but I always seem to find tiny pieces of somewhere left behind by time. I pick them up without thinking, turn them in my hand, like they're holding on to something I might broken, shaped and softened by a force they couldn't fight. And still they wash up beautiful in the morning light. These are my seashell stories, quiet, worn and holy. They don't need explaining, they just start. Carried by something deeper, lost and then found. Either way, they always make it this far. I used to need the answers, needed things to make sense. Now I let the mystery stay, I don't question it. I leave most of what I find right there in the sand. Not everything is meant to keep, some things just pass your hands. But every now and then there's one I take with me, not for what it used to be, but how it makes me feel. Maybe I'm the same as them, shaped by unseen waves, learning how to soften without needing to be saved. These are my seashell stories, quiet, worn and holy. They don't need explaining, they just are. Carried by something deeper, lost and then found. Either way, they always make it this far. I don't need to be untouched, I don't need to stay whole. There's a beauty in becoming something shaped by letting go. These are my seashell stories, every edge be